So hello everyone, my name is Karthik Vausar. Today I am going to discuss the topic about cloud security design principle. So the contents of the cloud security design principle are least privilege, separation of duties, defense in depth, fail-safe defaults, economy of mechanism, complete mediation, open design, least common mechanism, psychological acceptability, and weakest link. So what is cloud security design principle? So cloud security design principle are considered while designing any security mechanism for a system. These principles are reviewed to develop a secure system which prevents the security flaws and also prevents unwanted access to the system. So the first main content topic is least privilege, in which each user should be able to access the system with least privilege. Only those limited privilege should be assigned to a user which are essential to perform the desired task. And it is also based on a role-based access control model, in which that only those access should provide to the user which is necessary to do a particular task. Now the next point is separation of duties. Whenever a user tries to gain access to a system, the access should not be granted based on a single or a condition. That is separation of duties states that there is a multiple attribute or a modules in which user authenticate itself and access to the resource. Now, third is defense in depth. Defense in depth is the application of multiple layers of protection, where in subsequent layer will provide protection if the previous layer is breached. Means if the previous layer is breached, it will provide the protection to the subsequent layer. Now, the next is fail-safe defaults. Fail-safe defaults means that if a cloud system fails, if it should fail to a state in which the security of a system and its data are not compromised. Now, fifth is economy of mechanism. Economy of mechanism states that if the design of a system is simple, then they are easier to understand and fix. And if the design of the system is complex, it is difficult to fix it. Means less can go wrong. And when errors occur, they are easier to understand and fix. With the complex design, there are many more opportunities for an adversary to discover weaknesses. Now the next is complete mediation. Complete mediation means module have a security mechanism for providing higher level of security. Also, it checks every access, usually done once on first action. Checking every access or checking every module can slow down system. If a permission change after may get unauthorized access. Now the seventh point is open design. The security mechanism design should be open to the public. Like in some algorithm, the encryption key is kept secret while the encryption algorithm is opened for a public investigation. Now the eighth point is least common mechanism. So there should be minimum common functions to share between the different user. Means if we use the operating system, it will only use operating system. And also shared function should be run in user space rather than a system procedure. Now the next point is the psychological acceptability. Security mechanism should not add to difficulty of accessing resource. It is suggested that the security mechanism should introduce minimum hurdles to the user of a system so it can use it effectively and efficiently. Now the 10th point is weakest link. The security principle state that the resiliency of your software against hacker attempts will depend heavily on the protection of its weakest component, be it the code, service, or an interface. Means the hacker will attempt on the weakest component of the system and try to gain access of the system. Now the question related to the cloud security design principle are. So the question is which of the following is the primary goal of the least privilege principle in cloud security? So in the previous slide we discussed least privilege, which basically deal with limiting user access to only necessary resource. So the option D is the correct. Now question second is what is the main objective of multi-factor authentication in cloud environment? So it basically deal with reduce the risk of unauthorized access. Now, question third is in the cloud security context, encryption is primarily used to protect the data confidentiality. And Question fourth is which of the following best describes the purpose of identity and access management in cloud security? So it basically deals to manage the user permissions and access right. Now, question fifth is which cloud design principle focuses on reducing the impact of individual component failure on the entire system? So its option C is resilience is the best option that focuses on reducing the impact of individual component failures on the entire system. Now, question six is which cloud design principle ensure that the system component can function independently without affecting other? So the modularity is the principle that ensures that system component can function independently without affecting others. Now, question seventh is which of the following cloud design principle helps ensure that a cloud application can handle an increase in workload without impacting performance? So his answer is scalability, which ensure that a cloud application can handle an increase in workload without impacting performance. Now, question 8 is which encryption technique is commonly used to protect data in transit between a user and a cloud service? So, advanced encryption standard encryption technique is commonly used to protect data in transit between a user and a cloud service. So, option A is the correct. Now, question 9 is which of this technique is primarily used to ensure data privacy in the cloud? So, encryption is the technique is primarily used to ensure data privacy in the cloud. Now, question 10th is the principle of minimizing attack surface suggests that the system reduce unnecessary open ports, services, and protocols. Thank you.